Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our 2025-2026 Jersey City Arts and Culture Trust Fund grant overview. If you are joining us today, it is because you are interested in applying for one of our grants. So we're going to walk you through the process. My name is Migdalia Pagan Milano, and I am the Assistant Director for the Office of Cultural Affairs.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah Martinez, and I am the grant administrator for Cultural Affairs.
Wonderful. So to begin, you will have a link. It will be posted on our website, which is jcculture.org. And that link will send you to a neighborly software program. And that will prompt you to create an account if you are a first-time applicant. If you have applied with us previously, then you should already have an account and your credentials so you can log in with that information. I'm going to share my screen so that you can see what we are walking through. This is bringing me, hold on a second. Okay, great. Sarah, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So it's going to bring you, the link is going to bring you to the landing page, which looks similar to this. Mine is an administrative portal, but you will have a participant portal. I'm going to sign in because I already have an account. And today we're going to start with the program and art education grants. I do have a application already in progress, but what you would do is go to the top of the page where it says create a new case, and you will begin a new case. I'll just do it with you. We'll name it. Let's do test overview, and we're going to create that. Okay, great. So this is going to be your landing page. Um, You will see here to the left, we've got our menu bar. It's very user-friendly. Simply click on any tab that you'd like to work on, and it will bring you to that. We're going to start with the overview, just to give you a brief overview of the grant. We do ask that you apply for only one, either program, art education, operating, or the individual artist fellowship. That grant is administered by Jersey City Arts Council, and you can go to their website for the application. As you can see here, we have outlined the eligibility requirements for the program and art education. Should you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Sarah Martinez or to myself. You can contact our number at Cultural Affairs, which is 201-547-6921, or you can shoot us an email. You can find our information on our Jersey City Culture website as well. So please feel free to reach out with any questions that you might have. Okay, so here is the outline of our art education and our program grants. We do have funding priorities, and we have a direct public benefit, which is um, part of our grant is providing a direct public benefit to the residents of Jersey City. Okay, we do have our list of ineligible expenses and then our evaluation criteria. So each application is evaluated by an independent review panel, and our Jersey City Arts and Culture Trust Fund Committee makes the final determination. Okay. We're going to go to the contact information, which you can, plug in your info. If you have an organization, uh, then you can also enter that information here. We do have some changes to the application with where we situated our uploading capabilities, just to make it a smoother process for you. Okay, let's go next to the proposal. Just keep in mind that we do have some character limits for some of these questions. My advice would be to create your Word document, put your information on that, and then transfer it into the portal so that you have an idea of your character limits. With every page, what you would mainly want to do is save. You want to save your information. I'm going to go back to the contact. You want to save your information here and only complete and continue when you're absolutely sure that you have submitted all of your information on that tab. Once you complete and continue, it's going to lock you out of that and you won't be able to go back in to make edits. You would have to contact Sarah Martinez as the administrator. So just make sure you save, and then complete and continue once you absolutely are ready to submit that application. The other thing you can do is start by going to the small icon here, which is our printing icon. We do suggest that you print out the eligibility requirements so that you can refer back to that during your application process. You can also certainly print out the entire application ahead of time so that you know what the questions are, and then submit your responses all at once. It's really up to you how you would like to apply. Okay, we have our proposal narrative. And we are requiring for you to please enter bios or resumes of key personnel. It will not let you move on to the next screen unless that requirement has been submitted. So that's something that's also a bit different this year. Moving on to the budget. Okay. We will have a budget power hour video that you can refer back to. Here's the link. It's jerseycityculture.org. Please go there for any supporting documents. In the budget, you have the ability to enter notes. So if you would like to give a little more explanation as to what your box office and admissions looks like. If you have dues or tuition, you can certainly elaborate a little bit more in the notes section to give the panel reviewers a better understanding of your overall budget. Please keep in mind that these line items do have to be completed in order for your application to be completed. It is important that you enter the information for the budget in the budget line items, not just in a paragraph form. The in-kind support that you receive can come from many different places. So we do have the ability for you to add rows by clicking here and then entering your information. Feel free to include, summary notes for better understanding for the panel reviewers. Oops, sorry, I'm going to toggle down to the expenses. They are all labeled. If you don't find the one that you need, you can certainly click on other and then enter the notes so that we have a better understanding. Let's move on to our direct public benefit, and we'll talk a little bit about that. So our direct public benefit is a free engagement around your programming. It is, this is open for you to really think about ways to make your programming um, uh, connect to the community or the ward that you're choosing to do this program in. It can be, building bridges with the neighborhood group. It could be using local students as part of your programming. It can be, you know, giving a free class or an open session, a behind the scenes, utilizing public spaces. So it really goes beyond free tickets or just offering a free program. It's more of engaging the community and giving them a certain engagement that benefits them. um, Sarah, did you have anything to add to that?
No, not at this time.
Okay. Sarah is a bit shy. Okay, so here we have our expected outcomes as it's related to your direct public benefit. For some of you that are new applicants, this you might have questions around this. You're welcome to attend any one of our open hours and our training sessions. Um, we do have a listing which you can find on our Jersey City Culture website. So please look for that. Join us, and we can certainly walk you through, some more brainstorming of a direct public benefit and what that could look like for your programming. Okay, we're moving on to the diversity, equity, access, and inclusion. We do understand the importance of inclusion, and so in this uh, portion of the application, we're asking that you really think about and create a plan and a roadmap for making meaningful improvements that are going to address, barriers. If you have a policy already addressing DEAI, we ask that you upload it. Um, and then save, save, save. Continue to the next page. So the American with Disabilities Act of 1990 is a civil rights law. And it prohibits discrimination based on disability. Part of our granting program is to ask you to really take a look at ways that you can make your programming accessible to everyone. And that includes hearing impaired, visually impaired, or, making programming in areas that are accessible, for wheelchairs, things like that. We do have a reference here for you to go to if you need more information on that. We do understand that, you may have some questions around this. So we also have a video specifically on this topic that you can access at our jerseycityculture.org website.
And I would like to add that the ADA plan is for both participants and artists.
Thank you, Sarah. And another thing to add here is that this is a really important component to this application. This section alone does receive 20% of your score. So, please, take the time to think about this and reach out to us if you have questions around it. Okay, moving on to the next. So here is where this differentiates if you are applying for a program grant or an art education grant. I'm going to click art education, which will bring you to a few additional questions around your educational programming. And remember again to save, save, save. Okay. And now it's the last step. You've completed everything. You've completed and saved, and you've printed a copy for yourself. And now you can certify that the information is accurate and true. And you can click here, sign electronically, and then complete and submit. And that will send your application to the panel reviewers. If you do this and you feel like, oh, you forgot to upload something, or you forgot to answer a question, then you can contact Sarah Martinez. Here's her email address, and she would have to reopen that application for you. Okay. So let's see, what things have changed in this application for 2025? As I mentioned, we have the ability here to upload some information in the respective areas instead of just having one page of uploads. Some of the ways that I think you can also facilitate providing all of this information is you can put it on a Word document. And you can link the Word document. You can upload the Word document into the upload file. It will allow you up to 5 attachments maximum. Okay, and then just one other thing to point out here is that we are requesting that you click only on one of the categories listed here, just so that we can really hone in on your programming and what its primary focus is on. Should you have multiple um, categories to select, then we suggest that you click on Other and then enter the description here to give the panel reviewers a better understanding. We also request that you please click on what ward your project is primarily focused on. That way it gives us a better idea for our end of the year review, what wards are receiving the programming. Okay, so I think that's everything for program and art education. So now we're going to go to
I'm sorry,
operating.
I do want to clarify something. Now for the grants, the participant when they're applying, they need to keep in mind that 50% of their programming must be in Jersey City.
That is for operating, yes.
Okay,
Yes. For
I
for
just wanted to,
mhm.
okay.
Yes, thank you. Yes, no. Let's go back to the overview and the eligibility requirements because you do bring up a very good point. For program grants and art education, these programs must be held in Jersey City and serve the
Okay,
residents of Jersey City. So yes, thank you for pointing that out, Sarah. The other
thank you.
thing that I would like to point out is that universities, colleges, and schools may apply for a program or art education grant, but the programming has to be open to the public. And you can find that information in the overview of the eligibility requirements. The other thing that I'd like to point out with Sarah is that you can request 50% of your total program budget, which means that um, if your program expenses total 5,000, then your maximum request should only be 2,500. So you are able to request up to 50% of your programming costs. If you have questions around that, feel free to contact us and we'll be happy to, give you some more details about that. Okay. The other thing to point out here is that administrative salaries for program grants and art education grants is limited to 20% of your maximum total grant request. We will have a good number of office hours, be it in person, virtual, and in specific wards. Feel free to join them so that we can certainly answer any questions that you might have around some of these details. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the operating grant. I'll just open a test application. You will be going to create a new case at the top toolbar here so that you can begin your application for operating. We'll start with the overview. As I mentioned, you have the list of tabs here to the left. Just click on it. And again, we ask that you apply for one grant. We do have the operating. We understand that some operating grants and organizations are led by individual artists. However, we do ask that you apply for one, either a art organization grant or the fellowship grant. Okay, so some things that are different this year is that we do have a maximum request of up to 30,000. This is dependent on, the size of the organization and the budget. Okay. One thing to keep in mind if you are applying for an operating grant is if you are a first-time applicant, please reach out to Migdalia Pagan Milano, that would be me, just to go over the details and to make sure that you are eligible before you apply. My number or my email rather is here, mmilano@jcnj.org. One other thing to note is that if you are applying for an operating grant, you must have at least one part-time staff member and that the resume must be attached. Okay, similar to program and art education, we do have a direct public benefit component, which is outlined here. And then we have our list of ineligible expenses. Something to keep in mind here is that parades are not eligible for grant funds. However, if you have festivals or cultural programming around that is eligible. So should you have any questions about this component, please feel free to contact us. Okay. Award sizes are here. It's going to be determined on available funds and also on the scores provided by the independent grant review panel. And the operating budget, the size of the operating budget. Okay. As a reminder, you can print this overview page by clicking here on the little printer icon. And then just be sure to save all of your information so that you can, go back and review. Where you can enter all of your contact information, and we do ask that you provide the primary person who is the applicant. Keep in mind this information will also be on the contract. So if you have a grant person who is applying on behalf of the organization, just make sure to put the primary contact information here so that we can properly create those contracts should you be awarded. Okay, so one of the things that we do require here is if you're a 501c3, we need you to upload that determination letter. If you are a LLC, you should also be able to upload your business filing here. And that is required. It will not let you move on to the next tab unless we have that upload. Okay, and then we ask that you please select one only category, which is your organization's primary artistic or cultural programming. Should you have multiple disciplines, then please click the multiple disciplinary box. Okay, where you're headquartered, and save, save, save. Okay, just pointing out again that we do have character limits for some of these questions, so it will be in parentheses. Just keep that in mind. Okay, something else that's different here is that we've got the supporting materials right under, the second question. Um, it will not allow you to move on unless you do have your uploads for documents, images, or references or videos. My suggestion would be to create a Word document and add those links to that Word document, and then you can upload that Word document for the panel reviewers. Please make sure to list any key personnel, and if you have any collaborators, feel free to upload the letter into the portal. Make sure to save, save, save. Not stress that enough. Save everything. That way you can go back and review. Again, for any information that you might have on budget, any questions, feel free to contact us or go to jerseycity.org. We do have some resources there for you. Okay, for the budget section, as I had mentioned before, please make sure to include your budget in the appropriate line items so that we can properly review. Okay, there are no character limits here, so you're welcome to just, in a few paragraphs, tell us how grant funds will be used. A 2024-2025 organization budget is required to upload. And then oh yes, so just something to keep in mind for general operating is that support must be matched 1-to-1, and at least 25% of that must be in cash. So if you're applying for, $10,000 in an operating grant, then you should at least have 10,000 matched, and then 25% of that should be in cash. Okay, if you should have any questions around this, feel free to reach out to us. We understand also that organizations receive other grant funding, so please make sure to include that in your earned income. Federal government support or state or local government support is also a line item there. Should you want to elaborate, enter your information in the notes section so that the panel reviewers have a better understanding. All of your in-kind services can go here. Your in-kind support, feel free to add as many rows as you need to. And then you have the ability to also enter notes. Okay, so for governance, here's where we ask you to really describe, your organization's leadership, the board, staff, how it's structured, and then you must include the resume and bios of key personnel, including your part-time staffer. And we also require for you to submit a 5-year strategic plan. Should you have any questions around this, feel free to contact us. Save, save, save. Okay, and so here is our engagement tab. We really want to know what your goals are for diversifying participation, how many people you've served, and your DEAI plan, the plan to create diversity, equity, access, and inclusion. If you have a plan already outlined, feel free to upload it here. And keep in mind that we do have some character limits. Now we'll go into the direct public benefit, which is similar to the direct public benefit that we talked about for program and art education. It's really a component of your programming that focuses on Jersey City residents and provides them something engaging. Moving on to the ADA plan. As an organization, you might already have an ADA plan outlined. Should you, please upload it here. And then also make sure to include the contact person. Should someone have questions around accessibility, who can they contact from your organization? Who's that point person? Please include that here. Let us know how you make your programs accessible, not only to participants, but also to artists with disabilities, as Sarah had pointed out. Okay, you can talk here about your facilities. If you have grip bars or elevators, band parking, curb cuts. Um, should you have questions around any of this, please contact us. Or you can go to our jerseycityculture.org website for specific videos on ADA. Save, save, save. And then complete and continue once you have submitted all of the information in each tab. Okay, and then once it's all completed, you can certify that it is true, sign it electronically, and complete and submit. Should you feel that you needed to add more information, and you want to go back into your application, contact Sarah Martinez, because once it's completed and submitted, it is a closed application. Go straight to our panel reviewers. All right, I'm going to stop sharing, and we're back. So I think that's everything. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. And if you're a first-time operating grant applicant, send me an email. Let's talk about your organization and look for the link to this website on Friday, January 10th, when the portal and the launch takes place. It will begin at 9 a.m. Please try to submit your application as early as possible to make our jobs a little easier here at Cultural Affairs, and also to give ample time to the panel reviewers, to deep dive and really dedicate the time to your application. So we wish you the best of luck, and we're looking forward to all of your new programs for 2025. And just contact us if you have any questions, and please attend our training sessions, because we don't want to be the only ones sitting there. We want you to be there and ask questions, and we're going to try to give you all the tools that we can to make your applications successful. So with that, our number is 201-547-6921, or you can contact me at mmilano@jcnj.org. You can contact Sarah at smartinez at jcnj.org, or go to our website, jcculture.org. Okay, best of luck.
Good luck, everyone.